Definition of job discrimination. Job discrimination occurs when an individual is treated unfairly or unequally by an employer or organization based on personal characteristics such as gender, race, religion, age, or disability. In this case, the employee faced discrimination due to her decision to wear a hijab, which was deemed incompatible with the hotel's grooming policy. The refusal to allow her to wear the headscarf and the subsequent dismissal can be classified as religious discrimination in the workplace. The impact on the organization. First, reputation damage. The case attracted significant public attention and criticism, particularly from human rights advocates and religious groups, which can severely damage the organization's reputation. Negative perceptions may cause customers to reconsider their patronage, especially those who value diversity and inclusivity. Second, employee morale and retention. Discriminatory practices can lower employee morale, especially for those who value inclusivity and equal treatment. It could lead to higher turnover rates, difficulties in attracting talent, and a less positive workplace culture. Lastly is brand loyalty and customer trust. Organizations that are seen as discriminatory may lose customer trust, particularly in a multicultural society. Businesses that do not embrace diversity and inclusivity may alienate clients who expect a progressive and fair environment.
Impact in employees. Let's look at the direct impact on the dismissed employee. Firstly, emotional stress. The dismissed employee may experience significant emotional stress, including anxiety and sadness, especially if the dismissal is tied to discrimination or unfair treatment. Second, financial strain. Losing a job doesn't just affect emotions, it can lead to financial hardship. Without a steady income, many employees struggle to meet basic needs. Third, career setback. A dismissal can harm the employee's future job prospects, as they may have to explain the circumstance to potential employers. Now, let's shift our focus to how dismissals affect the broader team. First, lower morale. Employees may feel demotivated or discouraged, questioning their own job security and the fairness of the workplace. Second, fear of speaking up. When employees see their colleagues dismissed, they may have hesitated to raise their own concerns, fearing they might face the same fate. Lastly, team tension. Incidents like this can create division or conflict among co-workers, disrupting team dynamics and collaboration.
First, the economic impact. Discrimination limits access to well-paying jobs for marginalized groups, increasing poverty rates within the community. This results in underutilized talents, which slows local economic growth and widens the economic gap. A community where opportunities are unevenly distributed struggles to thrive financially. Next, social impact. Discrimination erodes trust and weakens community bonds, creating divisions between groups. Marginalized individuals often feel excluded and disconnected, limiting their participation in community life. Over time, this perpetuates generation inequalities, make it harder for future generations to break free from the cycle. The psychological impact is equally significant. Victims of job discrimination face stress, anxiety, and depression, which can harm the overall well-being of the community. Reduced self-esteem and social stigma further isolate these individuals, creating long-term barriers that hide the community cohesion.
Now, why is job discrimination? First, because of unequal treatment. The employee was dismissed solely because of her decision to wear a hijab, a religious and cultural practice. This action directly targeted her based on her religion, relative principle of equality. Discrimination occurs when individuals are treated unfairly due to characteristics such as race, gender, religion, or cultural practice. And why it is unethical behavior? Disregard for basic human rights. Ethical principles in the workplace require respect for employees' rights and dignity. The hotel government's policy disregards the employee's right to religious expression, which is a fundamental human right. According to a 2003 poll conducted by the Architect of Diversity, 64% of Malaysians have faced employment discrimination, with hijab-wearing women being more exposed to unfair company policies. A hotel employee was fired for wearing a headscarf in 2017, making history in Malaysian Industrial Court. And worldwide hotel operator fired a frontline worker for wearing a hijab. Due to international standards, the hotel prohibited staff members from wearing religious clothing. She was fired for wearing the hijab despite being qualified. This case highlighted the serious problem of job discrimination in the country, especially against women wearing religious clothing.
Preventative measure. Number one is awareness and sensitivity training. Employers and employees should undergo regular training on diversity, inclusion, and anti-discrimination. This can help create awareness about religious and cultural sensitivities and foster a more inclusive work environment. The next one is implementation of inclusive workplace policy. Companies should establish a clear, non-discriminatory, and fair policies that respect all cultural and religious beliefs of its employees. Grooming policies must be reviewed and aligned with Malaysia's cultural diversity and legal framework, ensuring they do not indirectly discriminate against specific groups. The third one is legal compliance. Organizations must ensure their policies and practices comply with Malaysia employment law and human rights principles, including provision under Federal Constitution and Employment Act that protect against discrimination based on religion or gender. Number 4 is grievance mechanism. Establishing an internal grievance redressal mechanism can allow employees to voice their concern about discriminatory practice safely and effectively. Mediation by HR or an external body can help resolve issues before they escalate. The next measure that can be taken is regular policy audit. A systematic review of workplace policy to ensure they are fair, inclusive, and compliant with legal standards. It identifies discriminatory practice such as dress codes that conflict with religious belief and recommend update to align with Malaysia's labor law and cultural diversity. This process involves engaging stakeholders, benchmarking against best practice, and implementing corrective measures. Regular audit prevent legal dispute, enhance employees' morale, and strengthen organizational reputation. In case like 2017 hijab incident, audit could proactively resolve conflict and promote inclusivity. The last one is engagement with external agencies. Collaborating with labor unions, NGOs, and government bodies like Malaysia Human Rights Commission (SUHAKAM) can provide guidance and support in developing inclusive workplace practice.
The 2017 Industrial Court case highlights the urgent need for fair and inclusive workplace practice. Discrimination based on personal choice like wearing a hijab violate rights, damage trust, and lower morale. As HR professionals, we must create and enforce anti-discrimination policies, provide training on ethics, and establish clear reporting mechanisms. This ensures every employee feels valued and respected. Employees and leaders must collaborate. Employees should voice concern and support peers, while leaders champion inclusivity through fair practice and transparent policies. By fostering inclusivity, we build workplaces where diversity thrives, ensuring success for individuals and organizations alike. Together, we can create a future where discrimination has no place and equality prevails.